Hello, we're the Nostalgia Critics. By the time you're seeing this, it's probably 2021. We started this journey on January 1st, 2020. But it's December 18th, so we're good. We just had a lot of videos to edit, and my internet sucks, so I can just edit these now.
Yeah, so the whole workload.
But as our final little bonus, we're going to review Doug reviewing his own movies, his own vanity projects, as well as his friends' vanity projects. It's narcissism at its finest.
Yep.
So, Aiden.
This also happens to be a second catch-up episode because the IMDb listings are very confusing and Doug's playlists aren't managed well. So
Right. We caught up on everything else that wasn't managed in Doug's playlist, but then we didn't realize these weren't the movies or like behind-the-scenes features. These were actual reviews.
Yep.
So, I was trying to play it off like this was planned, but let's get into it here.
Number one is Paranoia. Paranoia is Cinema Snob's art pretentious movie. Doug is completely savage to the movie. He calls it pretentious garbage the whole time. Talks about how stupid it is and played out. Absolutely destroys the Cinema Snob. He spoils the whole movie, as he always does.
Just to clarify, he's been dead the whole time, the Earth is the Planet of the Apes, and he was always Tyler Durden.
And then he's like, check it out, it's new on DVD.
Either way, it's an hour and a half you're never getting back. Go ahead and check it out.
Well, I think it was sold on the Snob's DVD, so
You're
not
stuck
really
with it if you wanted it or not.
right. Yeah, by the time you're seeing his review, it's not like he posted on the channel, spoiled his friend's entire video, called it shit, and then posted it. I don't know if it's kinder to show up on your friend's bonus features, shit all over your friend's vanity project. Yeah, but it was pretty funny. The movie looks relatively like a movie. This isn't one we've seen, so it was more enjoyable. It looks like a shitty movie, don't get me wrong, but probably looks like the relatively good compared to what else Doug has done. So next up we have The Review Must Go On. Of course, this is a review of the famous Nostalgia Critic special, demo reel finale, and vice versa. Where Doug basically shits on demo reel, but also says he's proud, but also acts like he's proud of demo reel, but shits on it because
Yeah, it's a little disappointing because demo reel is the only thing Doug's ever made that I like.
yeah, he basically just replays his Review Must Go On 30-minute special beat for beat, but makes fun of it, kind of.
Number 3 is Suburban Nights. Doug confirms he's uncircumcised.
So, let's take a look at what's bigger, longer, and uncut. Again,
You know, the worst part about this review, and the Kickassia and To Boldly Flee ones as well, was that Doug reviews in a Nostalgia Critic style his horrible movies. You have to basically rewatch a clip show of his movies. But then he's like, wow, this is so bad, but also low-key, it's actually really good. like the whole time he like dick sucks his movies, it just look awful.
I don't want
And
to.
it's like you were just blinded by your ego to the point where you can't just admit that these are terrible.
I don't want to sound like I have a Doug tier ego, but I think we did a much better job of reviewing his movies than he could.
Right, well, I mean, that's because we objectively reviewed his movies. If Orson Welles reviewed Citizen Kane, or George Lucas reviewed the Star Wars prequels, or
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure most of those people would be able to point out flaws in their own work because they're actual filmmakers who can look back at something and say, I could have done this better.
Right, well, their works
Doug
are
is not
also,
capable of doing that.
regardless
Good.
of flaws, they're also competent filmmakers. Even if they're like, my shit is flawless, at least their shit is
Good.
made like a film. Made like a film where Suburban Nights plays like a bunch of kids. If Suburban Nights was made by a bunch of kids in a park, not 30 people who are considered film critics and think they know so well about films, then I could forgive it. Like if I made Suburban Nights when I was 15, I'd give myself a pat on the back, but not only as a grown man, Doug should not have made that film, but also, yeah. But also Doug confirmed he's uncut, so.
Yeah.
Next is the review of the Cinema Snob movie. Doug reviews the Cinema Snob movie, which discusses the origins of the Cinema Snob. And Doug also shits on this kind of, because if it's not his movie, he's able to point out flaws, but when he just doesn't know what to say about Suburban Nights.
Number 5 is the ABG Movie. He made it as a favor for James, I guess.
He made it on the James's
On the
DVD.
ABG Movie bonus features, I think.
That's what he says.
There.
It's just he talks about the movie and it's like, this is very impressively made. Which I gotta admit,
And I'm in it.
I've never seen the movie, but it does look fairly impressively made. Looks like shit, but it looks impressive for what it is. It's almost like if ABGN got fans' money, he's actually willing to use it on something. That was a jab at Pop Quiz Hotshot. Next is Kickassia. For a second there, it almost looks like Doug has some humility. He shits on the movie. Strange amount about his co-stars and not his own performance.
Yeah.
He does kind of shit on the fact that they did a Sarah Palin joke, which was probably the most humble thing Doug did. But then at the end, he turns around and dick sucks it like
He's
it's
like,
fucking.
it's a little flawed, but honestly, it's kind of a masterpiece.
It's pretty much a masterpiece, you know. He's like, you know, it's the Casablanca to Suburban Nights' Citizen Kane.
Number 7 is To Boldly Flee. This entire video is him getting incredibly ass hurt that people didn't like his magnum opus and deflecting criticism to everyone else. He's like, that terrible scene was actually Rob's fault. That terrible scene was actually Lindsay Ellis's fault. And he's like, in honesty, it's a masterpiece.
He also kind of brushes off the whole rape scene. I was curious if he just would completely brush over it, but he like shows he's like, Lindsay Ellis gets a little reconditioning, you know, and then there's like Carl. He's like, ding ding, a dunk. He's pretty gay for the speed.
It's all luck.
I'm not proud of the things I've just done. Whatever. Next is the Uncanny Valley, which is some criticism. It's some kind of like anthology special Channel Awesome tried to put on the following year after To Boldly Flee, where instead of having everyone come together for a jumbled mess, everyone made their own skits, and well, we didn't watch it and don't plan on doing so.
Yeah, the nostalgia critic's not in it. So.
Most of the skits look good. No, he is. It's like Igor or something.
Well, no, Doug is in it, but the nostalgia character isn't.
The nostalgia critic character isn't in it. It's a Channel Awesome art house production. It looks really bad. And then at the end,
there's 3 skits on this special. The first one is about what if Skyrim was real life.
Who is she?
The next morning, he sees that Yimbroth has abducted a kid, thinking that he has saved her from a monster that was really just a school bus.
Which is, kill me.
Film Brain goes on a date.
The second one is...
There's like 4, because there's like how to become a web personality, or like web
Oh yeah, there's some...
web guys, and then Film Brain goes on a date with
There's
some
some,
other British
yeah,
guy.
there's some weird one where Film Brain goes on a date and then gets drugged and date raped.
Eventually, Mike drugs Film Brain's drink, drags him off, and that's it!
And it's played for laughs. And then the last, like, 40 minutes of the special, apparently, is just, like, Obscurus Lupa talking about how terrible cyberbullying is and how cyberbullies should be hunted down and executed and stuff. It's like, not a joke. Like, they're actually, like, crying, and they're like, I was told that my videos were shit online.
I guess that's something that I've experienced firsthand. People have anonymity, and so they say things to you that they wouldn't say in person.
I also like how it's not like kids getting cyberbullied is
Channel Awesome creators getting cyberbullied is never
right. It's the creators from Channel Awesome being like, yeah, I've received some bullying where they said my videos are shit. And it's like, yeah, okay, anybody who makes YouTube videos gets people saying their videos are shit. All you gotta do is heart the comment and move on. But like Obscurus Lupa and the guy who makes it has made all these fancy graphics, and he's like, as channel awesome creators, we put ourselves out there on the internet for money, but only Doug actually makes a living. And then there's like money signs flying up, and Obscurus Lupa's like, I am traumatized because of cyberbullying.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
And then but at the same time, Doug like doesn't know how to make fun of it, but feels like he still has to talk about it. So he's like, well, everybody gets cyberbullied or something. And
It's
he's
like,
"This
it's
is
a really
serious
touching
topic."
and heartfelt message, but it's still poopy because the nostalgia critic's not in it.
I'm not saying you can't get cyberbullied if you're not a child, but if you're not mentally disabled or a child, you should probably just not take it so seriously. Like if you have a developed brain,
Just remember what Tyler, the creator, said. Just turn the screen off and walk away. N-word, ha 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 ha, N-word. Thanks, Tyler.
I never knew that was a thing. Yeah, I mean, it's not like, okay, to be fair, I feel like if you have a developed brain, I guess like I understand kind of, but maybe it's just me. It was like, sees like a bad comment on my video and I just heart the shit. It was odd. Something cheeky like, yeah, bro, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we heard every comment.
I mean, literally every comment, even ones that just absolutely shit on me. Like my Mac and Devin video, I got some savage comments. They're like, let me come to your fucking house and just teach you a fucking lesson. Slow burn is a good character and this movie's funny. First I'm gonna get you high, I'm gonna force you to watch fucking Mac and Devin go to high school and put your eyes in one of those fucking like things like in a Clockwork Orange. I'm gonna strap you down and make you watch the movie on fucking crack cocaine until you like the movie. And then I'm gonna kill you. And it's like, damn, bro. Heart. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. Maybe I have been taking those maybe I've been taking those pretty serious, you know? Like maybe I should watch the cyberbullying video and then fucking kill myself in the name of Obscurus Lupa. Bye!
Bye.
Bye! Bye!
Bye. Look
Yes.
forward to season 13 soon.